Hello and welcome to Angela's Busy Bees Garden and Homestead. Guys, I just want to give you a end of the month tour of my home garden and also the market garden. And I'm going to begin over here and let you see how the black-eyed peas have come up. Look at my Texas star hibiscus now. Brussels sprouts. My sage is going to seed. The onions and the garlic are really growing here. And over here, the strawberries are doing really well and are putting on flowers. The strawberries over here are also doing well, putting on flowers. And as you can see here, I have a few strawberries coming. Here are my sugar snap peas. They are coming. I don't see any peas as of yet, but they're growing quite nicely in this trellis. The tomatoes are coming along. They're looking much healthier than they did when I first planted them, but they look like they're really becoming established here in these containers. The potatoes have really grown above the surface of the pot, and I need to fill in with some more dirt. The strawberries are doing well. It's supposed to rain sometime early in the morning, so I didn't get a chance to water today. But as you can see here, the potatoes are growing. Over here is a potato bed with some thyme, and I have a sedum and some sage. Also, I have some thyme over here as well that's going to seed. Brussels sprouts are really growing. And I have a Texas star hibiscus here and another Texas star hibiscus there. Here are my green beans. These are the striped bush beans. And as you can see, they have really grown since the last time I did a tour. Here's my bed of collards and broccoli. I think I might have lost one or two broccoli plants in here from not watering. Here's another view of what I have on this side. Over in this bed, I have my purple hull peas, and I interplanted with some corn, and there's some kale here in the cinder blocks that are doing really well. And then on this side in the cinder blocks, I have the red giant mustards. More tomatoes, as you see here. Over in these grow bags, I have zucchini in between my raspberries. And I cut these raspberries back to about a foot high. And as you can see, it has really grown. And guys, look like I have a zucchini coming. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir, I certainly do. In the back over here, I have more tomatoes. And this is a container of potatoes. The grapes are coming back. I've got raspberries coming up everywhere. And I'm just going to allow them to grow a little bit. And then when I dig them up, I'll pot them and hopefully sell them at the farmer's market. There's another one there. Over here I have cabbage, and as you can see, they're trying to form a head. Here's the back side of this bed. Here's some more sugar snap peas, Texas star hibiscus, more Brussels sprouts. In this bed I have some bell peppers, more bell peppers, more bell peppers there in the back. And this is my area where I planted my comfrey, and look like it's trying to go to seed. This is the mother plant, and then I grew all these other plants that you see above the weeds from this one mother plant. And I have some squash here, lemon balm, more squash, and this is my blueberry patch. And as you can see, I've got blueberries coming. This is peppermint. More blueberries there in the back. More lemon balm. Another squash plant. And there is spearmint in that pot in the back. But guys, look at the blackberries. They have really multiplied and have put on flowers and lots of fruit coming. Lots of fruit coming on these blackberries. Here's another blackberry plant that's a volunteer. And this is an herb bed that needs to be cleaned out. And I don't know how many times I've said that, but I'm going to get to it sometime this week. Over in this bed, I have some kale. And I don't know what's going on with my red giant mustards. They were looking good yesterday, it seems. And today look like it's being attacked by something. I'm going to see if I can spray, if I can recover it. And if not, then I will pull it up and plant something else. Here are some more volunteer blackberries. And these are the ones that I intentionally tried to propagate, and they are ready to be cut. I'm going to cut it about right here from the mother plant, and it is a standalone plant on its own. As you see here, all you have to do is stick the vine into some soil and it will root itself. Here's another one here as well, that all I have to do is just maybe cut it about here, and it is ready to go to the market. And as you can see, guys, the blackberries on this side is doing well as the ones over here on this side. Here's another blackberry plant here that I can cut and do the same thing. But look at all those blooms. The branches were extending so long, I was having a difficult time trying to tie it up or how to tie it. And then here in the market garden, I will be harvesting some of this lettuce today because I have market day tomorrow. But you can see how well it has grown. And you know, with lettuce, you have to continuously harvest or it will go to seed very quickly. So I've got some harvesting to do for the market tomorrow. Here's some more lettuce. That's my potato bed in the back. I've been harvesting from this oregano here, but it doesn't even look like I've done much because it is still growing. But here is where I harvested from for the last market, but I can certainly harvest a whole lot more. And then look at this one that I haven't even touched yet. This is oregano. Here's some thyme. And these are all of my potato plants in the middle. Here, guys, I have some spinach to harvest. And the spinach is also growing with my potatoes in this bed as well. Over here, guys, I've added this since the last video. Here is some celery, and I've thrown in some beet seeds, and they have come up nicely. Over here, I've planted more carrots, and I just threw them in there, and I am seeing a lot of germination with these carrots. Really pleased with that. Over here, guys, I have more lettuce. These are the iceberg lettuce, onions, and this is the other side of the blackberries, the other side of the fence. I've got roses. This was my cut flower garden, but as you can see, it looks like the blackberries want to take over. And look how this sedum has spread and multiplied. And this is the plant that I have been taking all of my cuttings from and have been able to sell a lot of them also at the market. Also, guys, you see all of these young blackberry plants that are growing here in the soil and around my cinder blocks here. All of these will be dug up as well with its, hopefully if I can dig it up with its roots, then I plan to pot them up and sell them because I have more than enough blackberries. I've run out of space really to put them. I've got cherry 100 tomatoes planted in this area of the garden, and they are growing. More cherry 100s. Here's a cucumber. More tomatoes, newly planted. And this is my strawberry bed. These are the white Carolinas. And as you can see, they are putting on lots of flowers. And they're growing so tall, very tall. Okay, guys, I planted some corn. And would you look at that germination? Not too bad. I do have some that I started from seed inside in the event if I didn't have a good germination. But I think with another good rain, I might see a little more come up, but they're coming on nicely. Here are my collards, and they are ready for some harvesting. I'm also noticing a couple of little bites here. So I'm going to spray with my BT, and then sometimes I'll switch it around and I'll spray with my neem oil and soap solution. Here's a bed of peppers. I have a rose, some more sedum, a few onions in here. My pepper plants, for some reason, got really infested with aphids, and I sprayed and sprayed and sprayed, and they appear to have been a little stunted. But I went on and I planted them anyway, and I will be observing them to see if they're going to do anything. If not, I've already have on hand some more pepper seedlings that are quite small, but I have them on hand in the event I need to plant them in this bed. Here are the mustard greens, and these are the southern giant curled mustards. And they have germinated beautifully. Really excited about that. This is a grapevine here that is really doing well. And would you look at this, guys? This is year 2, and I see some grapes coming on this grapevine. Really excited about that. My first time seeing it. This is my herb bed. And man, this oregano is going crazy. I've decided to go on and plant 2 tomatoes in this bed as well. And look how beautiful that salvia is looking. So I have oregano here and here. And they were 2 plants initially, but look how those plants have multiplied. I've got some rosemary, some onions, some garlic, sage, and here are the 2 tomatoes and a few geraniums in this bed. Here are my cabbages. And guys, would you look at this broccoli? It is already forming shoots. And this one I am going to take right now because it is opening up a little bit and I don't want it to do that. But a lot of them have made heads already, and I've added a few sunflowers in this raised bed. The spearmint and the wheelbarrows coming along. The Swiss chard has finally decided to show up. They're getting a little larger. I still see a lot of empty space that I may sow some more seeds or throw some other vegetables in here because I don't want to miss out on using this space. Here are my turnips, and they are coming up nicely. This is a weed. And this is a weed. You never see the weeds until you start doing a video. Here are my kale plants. And what I'm noticing with the kale is a lot of the lower leaves are turning yellow. And I'm not sure if I've added too much chicken manure, too much nitrogen, if that's the cause or not. But I'm gonna add a little Epsom salt to see if I can get it to balance out. If not, it'll have to just run its course. Here is the red giant mustard greens, and they are coming up beautifully. Over here, I have my onions. That is Potato Lane over there. And I've placed a few cucumbers in here, and I don't think I have anything in that back one. I need to plant either some more cucumbers or some more tomatoes. But those are the peppers, and they need more soil as well. I'm so tired of buying soil. And here is where I planted my tomatoes as of recent, just a day or so ago. And so far, they're still standing. But that's the tour of my gardens at the end of April, guys. This is what everything is looking like. Here's a black-eyed Susan, and as I can see here, it is trying to multiply, which I will definitely dig up once it gets a little bigger and repot. But the cabbages are trying to form a center. Lots of weeding to do in between these plants so that they don't pull the nutrients or take it away from my plants that need it. We've been eating a lot off of this asparagus. And guys, if you think you have to watch your okra, you really have to watch your asparagus plants, because you come out one day and it looks short, and the next day it is taller than you wouldn't believe. So it's something also that you have to harvest regularly and frequently. Once it has reached the 2 to 3 year stage, you really need to harvest regularly. More blackberries here that's growing in between this pallet that I will have to get out. And would you look at this rose bush? I meant to cut it back, but now that I see all these blooms, I'm going to leave it alone and wait till fall. But it is absolutely beautiful. Tons of blooms on it. Okay guys, I've got lots of work to do in preparation for the market tomorrow. Thank you so much for watching. God bless. Bye-bye.